How are you guys doing today? I said, how are we doing today? That's better. Now, my name is JoJo.
And I'm Kelsey.
And we work for a company called Conservation Ambassadors. Well, we're actually out of California. And what it is we do at our center is we go home to rescue wildlife. Animals that have been hurt somehow and can't be set free back out into the wild. Those animals are sent to us at our center. Or other times we have a big problem, especially here in the United States. We have a problem with people trying to make pets of wild animals. That never ever works. It's also against the law, and those animals are taken away and sent to our center as well. Now what we do is give these animals lots of love, lots of attention, and lots of food. And the animals that we can, we train them to travel, going mostly to school groups, giving us a chance to share some amazing wild animals up close and personal. Now, we've been working very closely with SeaWorld over the last 25 years, and we've gotten to witness some of the amazing rescue work that they've done. And since SeaWorld has opened their gates, they've rescued at least over 38,000 animals. And this year alone, since January, SeaWorld Orlando has rescued at least 27 dolphins, 49 manatee, and 78 sea turtles. That deserves a round of applause. Yeah, they are some of the best at what they do. So when they asked us to come share some of our wildlife with you guys, we were super excited to do so, and we brought some awesome animals for you guys to meet. But we're going to start with a guest who came to our center in kind of an unusual way.
Look, baby, look!
That's what everybody says when they see me. Now, this is Boo, and she's a young red kangaroo. And JoJo's right, we did get her in kind of a weird way. See, Boo's mom came to us as part of an illegal pet confiscation, and what we didn't know was that she was pregnant. Now, when Boo poked her head out of the pouch for the first time, her mom decided she didn't want to raise her, and she kicked her out of the pouch. So she's been raised by us ever since. Now, when kangaroo are first born, they don't look like this. They're only 2.5 centimeters in length, and they only have a sense of smell. So mom licks a trail of saliva from her pouch down her belly, and baby uses that nose to follow it and climb inside. Once inside that pouch, that baby starts to nurse, and something weird happens. That baby's jaws lock shut for 3 months, which may sound uncomfortable to some. Also comes from Australia, and he has a pretty unique voice.
This is Giggles, and he is the laughing kookaburra. Now, he is famous for his voice. So this little bird, they use his voice in the back. I think he's broken. Do any of you guys have one of those friends that never stop talking? If you don't, you're probably that friend. Now,
Just holding that.
are we done? Now the kookaburra here. Hey!
Look at the birdie. He's laughing.
They use this little bird's voice in the background of every single movie that's ever had a jumble scene ever. It is a pretty amazing voice, but I think he should be famous for something else. Because this bird here, he's actually the largest member of the kingfisher family, which means he's a hunter. He likes to hunt mice, lizards, and snakes in the grasslands of Australia. I've even seen videos of this cute little bird hunting snakes as long as 6 feet. They'll dive down with that specialized bill of theirs. They grab onto the snakes right behind the back of the head, and they'll whip.
Oh, look at that.
Did you guys see that? First she answered my pig-like grunt, and then she licked inside my nose. Her big, yellow, owl-like eyes, she looks like a nocturnal or a nighttime creature, but she's not. She's actually dying. She gets up in the mornings, and the first thing that she does is she greets her entire family. And how one lemur says hello to another lemur, Well, do you guys want to see? Yeah. Are you sure you want to see? It's a little weird. Hey. All right. Now, isn't she beautiful? I said, isn't she beautiful? Don't let her hurt her feelings now. Now, Fresh is here. She came to our center because there was a man out weed whacking his lawn, and he accidentally cut her across her tail really, really badly. Almost cut her tail completely off. But he very bravely scooped her up in a box, and he took her home, and when I get her out of her box, you guys might hear her talking to me a little bit. Let's see if she'll laugh.
Look at the snake there. Look at the snake. Oh my goodness. He's a big snake.
That's weird. Usually when I tap on her box, she rattles. Huh. Shoot, where did she go? I think that's funny. Teachers don't usually think so. This is Precious, a beautiful snake.
Everybody always wants to know the same thing. They want to know about the spray. So I think instead of talking about it today, I'm going to show you how it works. I'm kidding. You guys are safe because I am actually saving that for the end of my career, and it is most definitely going to happen in a junior high school. Now, that spray is his only form of defense, so if another animal gets too close, he does a few things. He throws a fit. Have any of you guys ever thrown a fit before? Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah, he throws a fit. He'll stomp his feet. He'll even do handstands, waving that tail in the air as if to say, back off, or I'm going to spray you. And if those warnings, they're not listened to, then he sprays. And he can spray up to 15 feet, which means some of you are in his splash zone. Now, normally an animal gets sprayed once they learn their lesson.
Who? I'm kidding. That's my only owl joke. Let's go. You guys are absolutely right. It is an owl. You are looking at the barred owl. Now, this bird here, he came to our center because he was flying free about 20 years ago when he made a big mistake and accidentally flew down in front of a car. And the guy he tried to stop, he couldn't, and he hit this bird and shattered.
Years ago, when the person who was using her as an organ grinder monkey in Monterey, California, had to discontinue his practices. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a monkey that gets put in a costume, taken to a public area, and while music plays, they walk around collecting money from people. It used to be a pretty common practice, but has since been frowned upon. Now, because Hobo was so close to the public every single day, her handler actually had all of her teeth removed. So Hobo needs very specialized diets, and she has health problems with her lower jaw. And which just what they do is they spread those big wings and they start to sunbathe. Kind of like he's attempting to do on my stage right now. Now, when they are nice and warm, they take flight. And when they're up in the air, they do these big, lazy-looking circles. But he's not lazy. He's up there doing something very important. He's going... He's smelling. He's looking for the grossest, stinkiest, most rotten and disgusting thing that he can find. And when he smells something so gross, something that's been dead for a while, you know what he says? Lunchtime, and he dives down to make a meal out of it. Vultures eat dead stuff. And I heard a couple of you go, ooh. But if we're all being honest with ourselves, most of us eat dead stuff. Nobody chases a cow down the road to chew on its leg. The only difference is the stuff he's eating is so bacteria-ridden it would make us sick, which is why he has his bald head. He's sticking his head inside of rotting meat. He doesn't want to get any of that on his feathers. He cleans his legs in kind of a gross way. He pees down himself, which is why we named him Whizzer. Now, Whizzer was sent to us a little over 17 years ago when somebody actually had the nerve to shoot this big, beautiful bird in his left wing. And birds' bones are hollow. They're hard to fix, and they just don't heal quite right, which is what happened to Whizzer here. He can fly a little bit, just not enough to survive on his own out in the wild. That is Whizzer, the beautiful turkey vulture.
This is little Maya. She's about a 40-year-old spider monkey. She's been at our center almost 30 years now. And in 1994, we got a call from LA County Sheriff's Office saying we found a monkey in a dumpster. Apparently somebody threw her away. And this kind of thing actually happens a lot. See, people get monkeys, they try and make them into pets, and they quickly learn why that's not such a good idea. See, monkeys here are set up to be the farmers, the rainforest. They are set up by nature to eat fruits, they swallow the seeds, they squeeze the seeds out the other end in a nice little pile of fertilizer, and they do this about every 15 minutes. So as they're planting fruit trees in people's couch cushions and around the rest of their house, people get very tired of it. Not to mention the fact that as monkeys get older, they tend to get an attitude, people get bit, they get sent to the hospital, and if that's not enough, people find out that these monkeys can live 40 to 50 years. So they get rid of them in all sorts of ways, whether they get caught by U.S. Fish and Wildlife, or they get sent to centers like ours, or sometimes they just release them into the world, kind of like what happened to Maya here. Now, spider monkeys are set up very weird. They're not like other monkeys. See, instead of having a thumb on her hand, she actually has 4 alien-like fingers. In fact, can I see your hand here?
Look at
She
that
has
face.
4 alien-like fingers that allow her to grab onto the branches, and she can swing through the trees as fast as a horse can run on land. And the next cool thing about her is her tail.